Everybody, here we go. Let's go ahead. We got Bernie and her dad. Oh, and Megan's going to do the breathing motto too. So Megan's in here doing the breathing motto. We got Mr. John Curtin, and I'm going to stay in here for the breathing motto too. Bernie, go as loud as you can. Take it away. Set her heart rate monitor. Yeah.
Okay, Bernie.
Double check.
Can't hold my breath anymore.
Go, Bernie, go. Take it away.
You ready?
Yep.
Mhm.
Practice breath.
5, 4. I'm gonna take the phone.
Oh, having a sip of water. Good. Everybody, if you need to have a sip of water, remember the breathing motto is so important. We got to make sure that we are properly hydrated for getting these deep breaths in.
Come on, Bernie.
There you go. Your dad's got to get on the road. Here we go.
Anymore.
All right, here we go, Bernie. Count it down.
Mhm.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling good. Feeling bad. Feeling happy. Feeling sad. Feeling your best. When nothing works. Feeling your power. So you reach your goals first.
Nice job, Bernie. Yes, great job. Great job, Bernie. And it looks like we're going to have, great job. And we're going to have,
No,
looks
I
like
want to
Carla
my nation.
doing some leadership today too. Sounds good. All right. And we had Carla up on here too. Also, it looked like for doing the breathing motto at the end. Is that right, Ben?
Ben? Hi, Ben.
Oh, he might
He was
be.
gonna do it at the beginning, but
Yeah, we got surprised with John Curtin in the studio here. So
Ben, come to me. I haven't seen you in a long time.
what do you think? Look at this guy. Doesn't he look great, Ben? He's been exercising. He's been working out.
Sure have.
Yeah, I can tell. John's been
Love
keeping
you,
with it.
Coach.
Love you too, man. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Remember, everybody, we're going to have that holiday golf tournament is going to be coming up on December 13th, December 12th. That holiday golf tournament is what goes to support the Our Place programs that we're participating. And that's the tongue twister, the Christmas wish list items. So if you are on that Christmas wish list, remember the video that we're putting together right now and the hard work that Mr. John Curtin and his family are doing, it goes to support you in those programs. I think it's wonderful. And again, it was great to have Bernie share that breathing motto with her dad here in the studio. And maybe one day we'll even have Bernie here in the studio. Maybe we'll have Byron in the studio. Maybe we'll get Nick and Chris here in the studio. Remember, you're all welcome to come here to the studio. We're in San Marcos at the Arc of San Marcos, and you can come up here and you can work out here right next to me. And it looks like, again, we have like a fall themed background. You can see, I was going to say the sunflowers over here, but they're not. The sunflowers are right here. So we have sunflowers right here. I got a pumpkin down low. I got this huge pumpkin right here. Another green pumpkin. I got a squash over here. And it looks like we got this picket fence up. If you can't see the background right now, it is an autumn theme. We're kind of going into that, fall kind of season. And here in San Diego, we only get fall for about 2 days. And so I think we've already had one of those fall days. Let's get ready to start our workout. We got to have some water. Bernie had us get one sip in, but let's get in some more. So have a sip of water and we're going to get started with our warm up. I'm going to do a lot of today's workout standing up. I'll probably sit down for a few exercises too, but I'm going to do a lot of the exercises standing up. And I'll tell you why, because I've been surfing and I've been training for the world championships that me and our friend Josh, we're going to be a part of. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm staying up and I'm staying as active as possible to get myself in the best shape I can be in for early December. I'm going to be up in Pismo. I'm going to bring you along with me. Remember, we're going to be up there doing the workouts while we're a part of the Para Surfing World Championships.
Hey, John, Sophie's not a co-host.
Sophie's not a co-host. All right, let me get her set up real quick, everybody. And then Carrie,
you
while I
are
have you, while I have you
killing
on here, Carrie, what should we do for our first warm-up exercise?
We should do the arm exercises.
All right, so Carrie's gonna switch it up on us. We're gonna start off with the arm exercises to start. And so for the first arm exercise, I'm gonna think about doing the elbow circles at the elbow. So remember, we can do elbow circles where we're moving our elbows around, and we can do elbow circles where we're moving our lower arm around. Even if I'm just hanging my arms here like an old scarecrow or something like that, that'd fit in right here. Even if I was doing that, again, I'm moving my arm and I'm focusing on the elbow right here. I'm not worrying about where my shoulder is and things like that. I'm just worrying about moving my arm at the elbow. Let's do a couple more of these and then we'll move the elbow. And remember, when we're doing all of this, we're moving our shoulders and we're even getting some of our upper body involved. So now let's move that elbow. If I bring my elbow out here, now you can see my lower arm, it's going to be close to my body and my elbows are going to just move around. So I have my elbow going around, doing the circle on one side. I can do this with one arm. I can do an opposite. So I can go one side, I can go to the other, or we could even do both at the same time together. This one's a little tricky, but you can probably do this one too. Let's go ahead and do about 5 more of these and then we're sticking with the arms. We're going to go with the arm circles. 2 and 1. So remember with the arm circles, I like to start off with the arm circles down low. So your arms just kind of hanging out. Let your arm just maybe hang out a little bit and let it swing. And if you want to lean to the side or if you want to lean in forward, that's okay. You just want to let that arm swing and let the gravity just pull down on it and let that arm swing. Maybe switch over to the other arm. Let that arm kind of swing. We're not quite doing a circle. I'm just kind of swinging. I'm letting the weight of my arm probably weighs about maybe 8 pounds, letting that weight pull down. And it's going to help to create some space for me in here. Now let's try to do some circles down low. So I got the low circle. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to keep moving them up a little higher. So I'm going to bring that circle up, bringing it up a little higher. Now I'm kind of up here by a side circle. I'm probably going to keep moving up, going up a little higher, going up almost all the way up. I might try to go up overhead. Remember, if your shoulders don't like this, you can keep them down low, or you could even do what? We got the zombie arm circle going in front of the body, maybe switching directions. Another way to bring some stability. Every time you change directions, you're getting these muscles in the shoulder. You're getting them to stabilize and kind of put the brakes on things and then accelerate those muscles, accelerate those bones again. Let's do a couple more arm circles. 3, 2, and 1. And you know what? I kind of liked Carrie's suggestion. So Carrie, I'm going to give it to you for the next suggestion. What do we do next?
Let's do the arms over your head.
Ooh, nice. So the teacup.
The teacup.
This is a great move.
And
Remember, everybody.
This one. The one that goes.
The one that goes up like this?
Yes.
I love it. All right, so let's go for the teacup. Should we do alternating sides or the same side?
Let's do 10 of one side and then
like
10 of the other side.
That's a great decision. So Carrie just called it. We're going to do the teacups. Remember, the teacups are going to work our obliques. All right, so muscles that are kind of on the side of our body, and they help us with twisting and bending. So we're going to do 10 with one arm. I got my right hand is the one I'm going to start with. I'm going to go over my head, and I'm just bringing that arm up over my head, and I'm kind of leaning my body over to the left as my right arm goes over my head. It's almost as if I'm trying to pick these sunflowers over here. You can see on the screen, I'm reaching over here for the sunflowers. I'm going to grab the sunflower and grab that sunflower. I'm going to bring it over here, put it right by the squash. Sunflower, squash, sunflower, squash. Let's get one more over here and then we'll switch it up. All right, nice. Now I'm going to go with my left hand. And again, now I'm going over this direction. And it looks like I'm going to be trying to grab maybe this pumpkin or maybe there's some lavender. All right, so I'm going to reach over there. Oh, I can't quite get the lavender, but I'm trying. 2, reaching overhead. 3, doing the teacup. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, everybody, let's have a water break, and I'm gonna sit
John,
down.
sorry
and
to
I'll tell
interrupt,
you
but I
what-
don't think your green screen's on.
what's that?
I don't think the green screen is on.
It is. You can see
Yeah,
the
it-
It
pumpkin.
is?
I was just so close to it right there, I think.
Okay, because it looked like it was transparent for a secing.
It did. It was kind of, I could
There's
see the shadow
pumpkins, there's
behind me.
sunflowers.
And I'll tell you what, everybody, remember we had, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this right here. There we go. So we had the folks who were doing the video for the golf tournament video. They were just in here. You might have seen me wave goodbye to them, but they were in here. They were moving all around and getting video while I was doing that workout. And that's why I was standing up too for a lot of those beginning exercises to have me just in full screen here with the pumpkins. So we did the overhead teacup. We got our arms moving. Maybe now let's do a couple neck exercises, but let's do them a little different. Let's go ahead and do let's do each one kind of one time. Let's see how that works. Kind of fix my collar up here. I got this really neat. Byron's probably got this. I wasn't sure if this shirt was going to show up or disappear. It's kind of a green Our Place shirt. I was like, I hope my shirt doesn't disappear. And I just have my head, my arms be floating around. So let's go ahead and start off with this. And let's bring our head to I'm going to go to my right shoulder. So maybe we could all go to our right shoulder. So I got my head over here to my right shoulder. I'm going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to bring my head down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you probably guessed it. We're going to go left shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's do the down rainbow. So we're going to be looking down. We're going to go 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you did it fast, that's okay. But this next one, let's go slow. 5 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now we're going to go with the ear lift. So let's lift up that ear. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and bring our head back to neutral. We're going to relax here. Let's go to the other ear and then bring it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and look up. So now we're just going to be looking up, holding it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to go ahead and look straight down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do the turtle head. So we're going to bring our head up and you can see I'm holding my chin back and we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go one time out with the giraffe neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's go ahead and move our shoulders around a little bit. Let's kind of shrug it around. And Nick, how many pumpkins do you think are still out there right now waiting to get turned into like a pumpkin meal or a pumpkin dish? I don't know. There's a lot of pumpkins out there. In Carlsbad, they got a big old pumpkin patch. And I don't think anybody got a pumpkin from there because all the pumpkins are still just sitting out there. And we're like, what are they going to do with all these pumpkins? I don't know what they're going to do with all those. It's some big pumpkins too, but nobody got them. And they're just sitting out there now. And so let's go ahead and bring our shoulders up. I don't know. Remember, we always ask the funny question with the difficult answer because that gets us sometimes to do the shoulder shrug where we're like, I don't know the answer. But that shoulder shrug, it is a trapezius lift. It's a shoulder raise, and it's going to help us to engage the muscles in our neck. It's going to help us to engage the muscles in our upper back, and even some of the muscles kind of here in our chest and our torso, connecting to our ribs. We all have ribs, and a lot of those muscles connect to ribs. Let's go up and down, up and down. Nice. All right. We did a little bit of elbow exercises. We did a little bit of exercises for the arms. Let's go ahead and take it to the wrists, and let's try to bring our arms up if we can. And we're just going to move our wrists around. But we're also doing another exercise right now, aren't we? We're not just moving the wrists. What else are we doing? I know a few of you are probably screaming it at the TV. We're doing the isometric hold from the deltoid, right? The trapezius and the deltoid. If you feel them, if you put your hand there, you're going to feel that they're firing up. They're kind of tough. They're softer when you hear, they're not contracted. And when you hold it up, even though we're working out the wrist, we're getting strength is being built up here in our shoulder. Nice. We're going to do another exercise for our shoulders too here in a moment. All right. Now this is a good exercise. And if we're sitting down, we're going to do this with a little bit of a forward lean. This is the reverse fly. Now this is going to be more for our rhomboids and trapezius, but it's also going to get our deltoids going too. So I'm sitting on a stability ball. And what I want to do is I want to be able to lean forward just a little bit so I can kind of bring my arms down maybe in front of my body, or I'm even resting maybe on my legs. But I want to be having a little bit, this is sitting up straight, and I want to lean down a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to bring my arms back and then back down in here. Let me show you if I'm standing up. I'll do this one standing up. You'll be able to see my whole body. Look, I got new pants too. They're nice pants. So if I'm sitting down here, if I'm standing up here, I'm going to kind of lean forward just a little bit. And now from here, I'm going to bring my arms up and down. So bringing them up, and I'm doing the reverse fly, and I'm working out the muscles right here in the middle of my back. So when we do that fly, when we bring our arms back, we're working out our rhomboids especially. So here we go. So I'm going to stick out my butt. I'm going to bring my arms down, and I'm going to bring my arms up and down. Let's do about, let's do 15. 2, up, 3, up, 4, going up, 5. Now you could also do this with one arm going up. You can bring one arm up like this, one arm up like that, and that's okay too. You're still using that rhomboid, that muscle in your back. That's what's bringing that around. Keeping it going. If you were getting tired, if your back was getting tired, if your legs were getting tired, you could stand up and take a little bit of a break and then try again. You could even maybe rest your head on something like a countertop or like a back of a chair maybe. Let's go one more here. Going up. Nice. If you had something to kind of support your forehead on, you could do that one. But you should be able to kind of have a little bit of lean and bring those arms up and around that way. Let's go ahead and work on the next one I want to do is going to be with pressing. And so remember, with pressing, we're working on doing a push. And so what I want to work on is I want to start off with my elbows close to my body. All right, I got my hands close to my body, my elbows close to my body, and I'm going to push all the way out. And I'm going to bring my arms out as far out as I can. So I'm pushing out and then bringing my arms back, pushing out. And again, every time I do that, I'm trying to bring my elbows in to my sides and kind of keeping it. Imagine you're in like a narrow hallway and you're trying to push something down that hallway, and you can't bump your elbow. There's no room. And we're just trying to roll a ball down a narrow hallway. So I'm just got it right here and I'm pushing. Now with this exercise, we're working out our triceps where we're getting the back of our arm. And so I'm just giving like a little push, like I'm pushing down the hallway and I'm bringing it. And you might start to feel that in the back of your arm here, again, in your triceps. Let's do 2 more like this. Again, think about it being real narrow. And now we're going to change it up. Now I want you to think about being real wide and bringing your arms up. Imagine if you're riding on like a great big motorcycle or something, you got your hands up on the handlebars and we got our hands up here, up in the air, and we're going to bring them out and then we're going to bring them back and we're going to keep them up. We're going to try to keep them up in the air. So I'm going forward and back, forward and back. And I can do this as a press and a pull. I'm pressing my muscles and I'm pulling them. But again, look at my elbows. They're up high. They're not down low. And it definitely feels different. I'm not feeling it in my tricep as much as I'm feeling it now in my shoulders, in my deltoids, and in my trapezius. Let's give about 5 more presses. So we're doing an imaginary press. And if you want to really use your imagination, pretend it's heavy. All right. You do big, strong push. Here we go. Push, 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 push. Let's see if I can push over this pumpkin. Here we go. I got to get in the right position. Here we go. All right, pumpkin push. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it didn't even move. This thing is so heavy. But that little repetition right there, that fired up a lot of muscles. And that's what I want you to do when you're using your imagination, whether it's pushing or if it's pulling. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do some pulling. I'm going to sit back down for this too. You can do this one standing up, but for this
Hey, John,
one, we're going to,
we have a request.
what's the request?
Can we do some back straightening?
Back strengthening?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what pulling will do for us. So absolutely. And so remember, everybody, when we think about exercise for the upper body, there's a couple of ways, but if we want to just think about 3, we can think about 3 ways to train our upper body. And one of them is pushing. So whether you're doing a push-up, whether you're pushing away a medicine ball, or even if like me and Chris, when we were doing the partner push, and me and Nick, we were doing the partner push. When you push, that's a move, the push move. You use your pecs, you use your triceps, you use your deltoids, you're going to strengthen up your wrists. When you pull on something, so the opposite of pushing, it goes away. Pulling comes closer to us. When I pull something closer, I strengthen up my biceps, my upper back, my rhomboids, my trapezius, and also a muscle that's called my lats. And that muscle, it connects up under here, underneath my arm here, and it goes down all the way down my back. It's a great big muscle. And when you do pulling exercises like rope pulls, and if you did an exercise where you had weights and you were leaning over and trying to pull them up, all of those pulling motions are going to help to strengthen our upper back. And so we're going to do some of those right now. Let's have a sip of water, and then we're going to do some pulls. All right, so the first pull I want to do, and this will be imaginary for me. I'm going to use my imagination, and I might grab something like the yoga roll for an example too. But the first pull is going to be the hand over hand pull. So this is like we're pulling a rope. We saw Chris do this last week. In this pull, when I grab with my hand and pull my arm back, I'm using the muscles again from my forearm, my bicep, and my upper back. And so I'm pulling, reaching out with one hand, pulling. Let's get a couple more of these. And then we're going to imagine we're doing a 2-hand pull. So now let's reach out with 2 hands, pretend that you're grabbing onto that rope, and then pull it close to your body. So reach out, grab, pull. Reach, grab, pull. Reach, grab, and pull. Let's get one more of these. Reach, grab, and pull. All right, now, again, if I was leaning forward, and this is the one I really like, this is the bent over row. I'm going to lean forward, let my arms hang out down behind, and I'm going to be rowing up like this. So I'm rowing, pulling my arms up. I'll stand up to show you. Same position. I'm just kind of leaning forward, and I'm rowing up like this. Now, what I want us to do is let's go back to that hallway, that skinny hallway. You can see my elbows, they're right against my body. And I'm just bringing them down and up. And you can see my back. You can see up in there, there's some movement in my shirt. Well, if the shirt's moving, the muscles are definitely moving. So now let's try to go wide elbows. So now I got wide elbows. The elbows were here, now they're out here. So I'm going to go down and up, down and up, down and up. It doesn't take a lot of effort to bring them down. It's just gravity. But to bring them up, I got to use my trapezius and my rhomboids, using my lats. Let's keep it rowing. Let's keep it going. Ooh, I'm starting to feel this across the top of my back. It feels good. Here we go. Doing that bent over row and relax. If you were standing, again, doing that rope pull, pulling hand over hand, doing the bent over row the way I was doing it, where you're going to want to be bent over. Or if we're sitting down, we're just going to have that forward lean. Now, let me grab the yoga roll over here, because this is something anybody, we could find something like this. You could use a foam roller. It's made out of foam, or the yoga roller. This is made out of the yoga mat. And with this, I'd be doing that row and I'd be pulling it up kind of right there to my chest. If I was sitting down, I would be doing this to where I'm going to have the yoga roll and I'm going to bring it kind of down towards my feet. And then I'm going to bring it up over on top of my knees. So my knees are here. I'm going to go down. I'm touching the front of my shins and then up onto my quads, up onto my legs. So reaching down, pulling it up and over. And you can look at my back when that happens. You can see, so down, those muscles stretch up and there they are. So down. And so I'm just moving this yoga roll up and down. You could do this with weights and you could do this standing up too. You could take this yoga roller and you could go down below your knees, up above onto your knees, just kind of going up and down like that. Because again, we're going to use our biceps, our deltoids, our trapezius, our rhomboids, all those muscles are going to get used. That's why I like the yoga roll though too. Look at that. Just throw that thing off to the side. I don't have to worry about anything breaking and nobody getting hurt. Let's have a sip of water while I get unblurry there.
Hey, John, we have another suggestion.
Let's hear it.
Nick asked, can we do some new core exercises?
New core exercises. Absolutely, Nick. Let's do I got two for you, bud. Get ready for them. And so for Nick's new core exercises, let me try to think to myself here how we're gonna work these out. So these are going to be exercises, Nick, where we're going to get down on the ground. I am going to move the camera over here into the other part of the studio. What these exercises work on is opposites. So it's going to work on opposite sides of the body, stretching, and then also coming back together. If we're sitting down, what we're going to be working on is like an overhead stretch to where we're going to stretch our core through here, and then we'll bring this back in. From the forward position, we're going to be doing a forward lean with an overhead reach. So, okay, I got these figured out. So I'm going to be on the ground doing these exercises. These are going to be new core exercises. And I think we'll do one familiar core exercise too, just to kind of warm the core up. If we're sitting down for these exercises, what we're going to do, when I do the one where I'm laying on my back, we're going to be working on a kind of a reach and a little bit of a rotation. So imagine if I'm going here to my left side, I'm going to twist a little to my left side, and I'm going to kind of reach my hand up over here to over my left shoulder. And then I'm going to bring this back in, and then I'm going to go up this direction, bring it back in, go up this direction. And so what I want to do is extend and stretch all these core muscles going across me right here. And when we're in the prone, when I go on my hands and knees, you're going to see this. I'm going to be on my hands and my knees here on the mats. And when I lift up my hands and my leg, you're going to have a forward lean. And if you want to, you can rest one arm on your leg and you're going to reach that arm up. And I'm trying to extend it while I'm leaning. So when I'm sitting up straight and I bring my arm up, that's one thing. But as I start to lean forward and I keep that arm up, that's going to increase the demand on my core and on my shoulder stability. So it'll be a great exercise for our core. So let's move the camera over here. Let's go ahead and change up the pumpkin display. There we go. Not that tough to do. Changing it up. Looks like we got the fence here in the background. And that looks pretty straight. And I almost kicked my water into the screen here. So that's all right. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so go ahead and have a sip of water, everybody, if you want. And I think before we start this exercise, let's do, well, we did our core a little bit with the teapot. Let's do a little bit of witch's brew, witch's pot. And that's going to get our body moving, getting the whole body moving. I'm going to do the witch's pot kneeling down. Okay, so the same rules apply. It's going to be down and out, up and in. And you're going to see I'm going to stick out my butt when I go down. That's going to help to counter my weight. So I'm going down and out, up and in, down and out, up and in, reaching out, stirring it up, reaching out, stirring it up, bringing it around. You can kind of get that rhythm going. Once you get a rhythm, it's kind of easy to stay in it. Whoever feels that way, it's tough to get started with something, but once you kind of get going, it's not as tough. It's definitely not as tough to get started because you're already going. Sometimes that's all you got to do with exercise and fitness is just get started and see what happens. All right, let's do one more witch's pot. All right. So the first one I'm going to do, I'm going to be on my knees and I'm going to be on my hands. Nick, get ready for this. This was Nick's request, and this is going to be a challenging exercise. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called an opposite arm leg raise. If you're sitting down, this one is going to be where we have the forward lean and we're bringing our arm up, and you're going to see why it's similar to what I'm doing here in a moment. So with this exercise, I'm going to be on my hands and my knees. I'm going to lift up one arm and I'm going to lift out one leg. And so I'm going to hold it out there for 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to bring it in and switch. And so I go up with my leg, out with my arm, 3, 2, 1, switch. Up with my leg, and now it's opposite. So this is my left arm's up, my right leg is out, and switch. And what this is going to do, Nick, for your core, it's going to get all these muscles are going to tighten up because they don't want you to fall over. Your muscles don't want you to fall. And so if you challenge your muscles, if you say, muscles, I might make you fall, those muscles might say, no way, it's not going to happen. I'm going to fire up and I'm going to get my buddies, these other muscles, and I'm going to get them all to fire up with me. And we're going to prevent you from falling over. Let's hold the last one. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And that's what those muscles are going to do. So whereas the witch's pot had us moving all around, that exercise, it had us trying to keep control and keep ourselves steady in the core. All right, now the next exercise, if you're like me, if we're down on the ground right now, now remember, if we're sitting down, we're going to be doing a behind the head, a little bit of a kind of a twist and a reach to that side. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to sit on my microphone here. All right, here we go. So I got the microphone here. So I'm going to go ahead. I got my knees in my hands, but instead of kneeling down, now I got my knees up in the air. I got my feet up in the air, and I got my hands up in the air. No, this isn't the exercise, but it's a cool one. What this exercise is we're going to reach away. So this is my right arm is going to go backwards. My left leg is going to go forward. And look at this, knees staying up here. So we're doing opposites. And then we're going to come back up again like the dead bug. So then I go out with the other leg and out with the other arm. And then bring it back together. So we go out. If you're sitting down, remember, you're going to be doing that overhead reach. So just how my arm's going up over my head and I'm pulling on my core right now, these muscles are getting used. Well, you're going to be using those muscles too by reaching up and rotating away. So I'm getting rotation, even though it doesn't look like I'm twisting. There's a lot of muscles here that are preventing a lot of rotation. So I'm reaching out with my arm and you can feel it in your core, Nick. Let's do 2 more, 1 more on each side. So I'm going out with both my hand and my foot, bringing it back in and going out again with my hand and my foot, and then bringing it back in. And then from this position, we can just kind of roll over onto one side or roll up onto our elbow, pick up your microphone, maybe grab your water, and then let's go ahead and keep it going. Nick, tell me, what you think about those exercises? You could tell us in the chat room. Remember, everybody, if you want to say something too, and it sounds like we've been using the chat room, this is a great way to do a workout with having your ideas and your questions, and then we get to answer them and we get to practice exercises and things, you know, right here on the spot where we get to do that. I think that's pretty cool, all these opportunities that we have. All right, let's have a sip of water, everybody. Let's make sure we're staying hydrated. I'm gonna make sure my camera's at a nice angle. There we go, right about there. And let's see if we have any other ideas from our our leadership. And let's have some water. Maybe we'll do maybe one or two more kind of warm up exercises, and then we can do maybe a leadership combo. I got a good exercise I'd like to do. This is a kind of a total body exercise, and with this exercise, you could do this if you had a weight or a medicine ball or a water bottle. You could do this exercise with this, but this is going to be shoes to sky with the tricep extension. And so let me show you, if I was using my water bottle for this one, I'm going to maybe hold it with two hands. And with this one, we're going to go down as far down as we can. So I'm going to go down to the ground, try to touch the ground. I'm going to do a bicep curl to bring it up, do an overhead press, and then I'm going to do my triceps going down and up, down and down, just like that. So let me show you. I'm going to grab a medicine ball. You could do this with the exercise stick. You could do this with anything. You could do this with nothing. You could have nothing at all and use your imagination, and you could do this exercise. What I have here is this is a 6-pound medicine ball. And so let's go ahead and do about 10 of these. And remember, we're going to go down to the ground. We're going to do a bicep curl to bring it up. We're going to go up over our head. Then we're going to bring it down and go back up over our head. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down to the ground, up, bicep curl, overhead press, tricep extension. Nice job. Here we go. You could also do this with like an exercise pillow. If you had a pillow, you could use that. Tricep extension. Bringing it down, down, down. We're going up, 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 and then down, up for the triceps. So we got a little bit of a pattern here. Down, touching the ground, bringing it up, bringing it up. I like to sometimes work out with the medicine ball. What's nice about the medicine ball is the ways you can hold on to it. You know, you can hold it with two hands and you can use pressure, and you can hold on to it where you're just kind of pushing onto the ball. You know, you can grip it different ways. It's tough to do this with one hand with the medicine ball, and that kind of increases the challenge. Here we go, going up and down. All right, let's go ahead. We got about 2 more of these. This is a nice steady exercise, working a lot of muscles in our body. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do one more. I'm going to add an exercise to it. So let's go up. Then let's do a squat. Up and then up, down, 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 down. Nice job. Let's do a short breath hold. Let's go ahead. If you need to get your shirts in line, get your shirt fixed up, and then let's think about getting our breath hold going. I'm thinking today, let's do a nice, easy breath hold. Let's do a confidence booster. Let's go for 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. So we're going to see if we can get 100% of everybody to make it to that 10-second finish line with us. If you feel like you got to sneeze, just keep on delaying just a few more seconds. See if that sneeze will go away. Yep, it's gone. All right, here we go. So the breath hold's coming up, and we're going to breathe in two. We're going to breathe those out and like normal. The third breath, though, let's hold that in for 10 seconds. Let's try our best. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe and hold. Nice. That wasn't bad. 10-second breath hold. That's definitely going above and beyond. That's optional. Remember, we don't have to hold our breath like that. But when we do, we're connecting our mind and body. We're getting ourselves dialed in. And remember, I really love those breath exercises on our app, on the TrueFit Adaptive Fitness app. Nick had us doing some of those. He had us do an elevator breath the other day. Nick, I can tell Nick's been on that app exercising. I can track his progress, and I can see that, Nick, you've been coming far, doing a great job. Let's go ahead and have one more sip of water, and let's see what else are we going to do next. Let's see if we have an idea from the audience, and if we don't, then maybe we'll go to team leadership And let's see if we have, if there's anybody who's wants to be a team leader today, who's never been a leader before, or you haven't been a leader in a long time. Maybe you were on vacation for a little while
That's Carla.
and you just
Carla.
got back. Then maybe we could have you join us as a leader, but I'm not going to name any names. But we already had your name. So now we know. Carla, if you want to do some leadership, we'd love to have you join us. Maybe
Oops,
hula
sorry for
hoop.
saying the name.
maybe that's okay. Maybe the medicine. I wasn't sure if she was still on or not. I
She
didn't
is.
want to.
She is.
She's all excited.
Okay, great. I couldn't see. Oh, there she is. Yes. All right, everybody. Let's welcome back Carla. And
Hi,
she
everybody.
just had a trip. It looks like she's got the hula hoop. I got to get my hula hoop
I
to get
haven't done
started.
that for a while.
I love that we're starting off
We
With
missed
the-
you, Carla.
I miss
Yes,
you guys
we did.
too,
with the hula hoop.
but I had a good vacation.
All right. So Carla's got her hula hoop. I got my hula hoop.
I just do the bus driver.
Here we go. Driving
Carla,
that-
i-
Did you
Carla,
drive?
before
Did
you
you
start,
ride on
answer
any buses in the Netherlands?
Karen.
What?
Did you
I
ride
said,
on any
answer
buses?
Karen
After this,
after this.
yeah.
Nice. Keep it going. Spinning that bus.
They had bikes. They ride bikes everywhere.
They ride bikes everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Well, the bikes got to watch out for the bus drivers, especially if you or me
Yeah.
driving the bus. Look at this. We're all over the road, everybody, driving the bus, honking the horn, hands on the wheel,
Inside.
spinning the wheel. Now we're getting inside the hoop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Doing the hoop
Eight.
twist.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we're going to do the typewriter.
Woo, typewriter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we're gonna do the
Ooh,
One,
doing the
two.
twirl.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
We're doing arm spinner.
Yeah.
Here we
1,
go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Ooh, switching it up to the other arm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow, great job, Carl. What about my
You-
favorite one?
Oh, the pizza delivery. I forgot about that.
What about
I
pizza
forgot.
delivery?
I'm sorry. I'm still in
That's
my.
okay. Everybody
it's-
hold those hoops up
I'm
like it's a
still
great
jet
big
lagged.
pizza.
Sorry. I'm still jet lagged.
All right, that's okay. Here we go. You got to deliver the pizza.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Oh, that's my favorite one. Imagine if
Do you
this
want
was
me to do the mesa ball on Wednesday for you?
I think that would be a great idea. Absolutely. Everybody, let's give Carla a round of applause.
Thank you.
She's back after going on an amazing vacation. And
I'm
maybe
gonna
we'll
read
get
on Monday because I'm going somewhere again on Monday.
Carla she's got all the details. If you want to go traveling and you need to prepare or you want to get going somewhere, I think Carla, she's going to know what to say. Carla, great job with that hula hoop workout. And let's check in. Let's have a sip of
wait a minute,
water.
Hey, Carla. Karen asked, did you see her message and her emoji?
Nice. Let's check that chat room out there. Remember, everybody, we got the chat room on here. If you're on YouTube and you're like, yeah, that's me. I'm on YouTube. He's talking about me right now. So if you're on YouTube and you were like, hey, I would love to participate in the live recording of this workout, let us know and we could try to get you set up on here. You could join us, maybe even just like Carla, you could be a team leader, just like Nick, just like Chris, just like Alicia, so many of our friends. And I think it would be pretty cool to have more and more folks joining us on these workouts. If you're out there and if you have some friends, I know our friend Sophie, you know, she's brought some of her friends around to our workouts. We got our buddy Tyler. He's on here joining us from Michigan. If you have some friends who you want to invite to exercise with us, that's what it's all about. And so let them know, say, hey, let's get you on the workouts and get you hanging out and exercising with us. So Carl is talking about doing the medicine ball on Wednesday. So let's hold off on any medicine ball exercises. Let's see if there's a request from the audience
I
for an
think Nick
exercise.
is raising his hand, so
Who is?
Nick.
Nick. All right, let's get Nick up. Nick's got his hand up in the air. His deltoid and his lats and his traps are probably
There you
getting
go, bud.
tired. Oh, look at him go. He's going from the raised hand to a teacup. Nice job, Nick. All right, everybody. Nick's getting himself unmuted. And Nick, what are we going to do today? What do you got for us?
We will do them strength training, but
Strength training for the arms. Nice. What are we gonna do?
the first one they do it T.
Doing the T. All right.
Do it in one W.
Going into the W. Nice.
Do it in one I.
Going for the I. That's arms straight overhead. Look at that extension, Nick. Great job.
Do it in one. They don't do it Y.
To a Y. Arms out at a 45.
Do it in one. They do it bicep drop.
Bicep curls. Bringing them up and down. Nice job. There you go. How many of these, Nick?
They do about 5 more, and then we will hold the last one. But when they did it,
All right, here we go. Knock them out.
and hold.
Hold. Squeeze. Squeeze that bicep.
20,
Squeeze.
19, 18, 13, 13, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 10, 5, 40, 2, and 1.
Yes. Bicep squeeze. Remember, our bicep connects from our elbow and it bends. It brings the arm close to the body here. What do we got next, Nick?
They don't do it at.
Making the X.
Yeah, do it.
And then what?
do
Bring
it.
arms back.
Yeah,
bring it back.
that.
Let's do that. It's kind of like Carrie's bear hug. Bringing the elbows back, and then we're switching up the arm in front for the X. Oh, and then he went up to an I. And then he went back to the X. Is that a combo?
Yeah.
What is it?
Did we do?
W,
I,
I,
Y,
Y,
at.
X.
I know.
Other arm.
Bicep drop.
Bicep curls.
And twice it.
Tricep extensions. That's like you're cheering at a concert or at the Padres game. Count it down, Nick.
See?
Oh, going for a V. That's tough. Elbow touch. That's a
They
tough
do
one.
do a C.
Oh, the letter C.
And the other C.
Going the other way for the letter C. I like this one.
They do it A.
And then A.
And then
M. Ooh, like the robot.
and then W.
And a W.
And then I.
And what's that spell?
They do it T.
You're supposed to be, I don't know.
I don't know.
What's that spell?
I
What
don't know.
if we did just spell something though? We might have just spelled something out. If you're on YouTube, you could go back, you could write down every letter that Nick had us call out and see what is that? Does that spell anything at all?
They
What are we
do
doing?
it
Zombie hole?
on T.
What letter is this?
And L.
An L. Ooh,
Yeah.
check it out, everybody. Nick's going for the L. That's one arm up and one arm out. You're right, Nick. That makes an L. If you're watching this right now and you're like, I know how to make another letter, you got to let us know. What are we missing? Let's make the L the other way. Oh, Nick's getting creative And it's tough. I'm feeling it in my shoulders.
Did you do it? Oh.
Oh my gosh, making the letter O? How do we do
Yeah.
that? Like this? Bring our
And
arms together?
then, yeah, I think so.
I think that's like that's kind of like making the letter O with our upper body. What other letters?
Did you do it?
What about a F? Can we make a F? If we do like is that like the letter F kinda? I don't know.
That
I'm
looks like
trying.
it.
It looks kind of like a F. One arm and one leg up.
Yeah.
You got, it's like a capital F. What do you got next for us, Nick? How about one more strength training exercise? I'm feeling stronger already. Nick is getting something,
He's
everybody.
getting his towel.
Oh, all right. Should I be getting a towel too?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right, everybody. If you
A good
you
manners.
have an
Nick.
exercise towel, find that exercise towel and we can work out with it next. What do you got going on, Nick? Did you just put your weight inside that exercise towel?
And then
Hold on, he's doing. Oh, it's the noodle.
Oh my gosh. What is going on, everybody? Nick has created something here that's never before seen before. He's got the noodle. He's got the towel wrapped around the noodle.
And I think a weight too.
And he's got a weight in the towel.
It's right there.
Oh my gosh, how is he holding it all together? Have you ever tried this before, Nick?
no, and then
Oh my gosh, first time ever before. Look at what he's done. He's got a weight on top of the towel, on top of the
Oh no,
roller
he has the yoga roll too.
with the noodle. Oh my gosh. All right, Nick, I'm going to try to do what you did. Everybody at home, remember, you might have a way to get creative and to do this exercise, but I'm going to try to do exactly what Nick did. This is what I like about our workouts. Sometimes we get to have fun. All right, so I have a weight. Nick, tell me if I'm doing this right. I got my weight. I got my yoga roll. I got a towel and I got a stick. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the stick through the, oh no, it's a pool noodle, right?
yeah.
Pool
What am
noodle.
I thinking here? I got a stick. I got to get my pool noodle. All right, here we go. So I got my pool noodle. Pool noodle goes through the yoga roll. So I'm not holding the yoga roll. You can see I'm holding the pool noodle through the
Then
yoga roll. Now, the next step, I got to put down
the
the
towel.
towel on top of the yoga roll. And then the sandbag
on
has to
top.
go on top of the towel. And I have to pick this up. Oh, look what I got, Nick. Check it out. It's a yoga roll it's like a yoga roll burrito with the sandbag on top. And then with this, what do? Do we just hold it up in the air? That's an exercise all in itself. Lifting it
Yeah.
up. Oh, look at that. How hard that was. It fell right off. It fell right off. Let's try it again. Here we go. So I got the towel. I got the yoga roll. Nick's getting creative. Here we go. I got it picked up. So what you have to do with this, everybody, is you have to really concentrate. This is a super concentration exercise that Nick has come up with here. And you can't do this one without really moving carefully, because if you move too fast, if the sandbag just falls right off. And then look, when you're done, you can take everything back apart and it's all back just how it was before. It's tough, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah.
That's a good exercise, man. Nick, let's keep practicing that. Let's have a sip of water. And everybody give Nick a round of applause. He just tried something he's never tried before. He tried it in front of all of his friends. That's courage. That's what being brave feels like. And that's what having courage feels like. Nick did a great job. And I want you to feel like you can be brave and you can be courageous with our workouts. And if you're coming up with an idea, you know, what did we had? We had an idea last week that our friend Sandy had, and we were working on foot coordination and we were working on hand coordination with doing the shoulder taps with the stick. Remember, We love having those ideas. And I have some of Sandy's artwork that we can put up on the background here. We're going to have that up here on Wednesday. Sandy sent me 2 beautiful paintings. Y'all are going to believe what they are. You got to be here for Wednesday's workout. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water and let's see if we have time. If we have time for
Jerry, do you
another-
want Byron or Bernie?
how much time do we have?
You're muted.
We
I'm
only
muted?
have about 4 minutes.
Yeah, we
We
only
only
have 4
How
minutes.
about we
so-
do? How about we do a quick one from Byron?
Yeah, Bernie, you have to
or
wait,
do you-
okay, until Wednesday.
Or do you want me to do another exercise and then Byron and Bernie could go on Wednesday?
Or we can do a challenge.
Why
No,
don't we
let's
do-
wait for a challenge on Wednesday and let John do an exercise today and let Byron and Bernie wait Wednesday.
Is that okay?
That sounds good.
Is that
Okay, so
okay,
let's
you
do-
two?
So let's do the challenge with John today, and then
Okay.
let them do one on Wednesday.
Ooh,
And
how
a
about
challenge on Wednesday too.
you can do a challenge on Wednesday? You can double challenge. So Bernie and Byron, we'll have you doing some leadership on Wednesday with the whole group. And right now, we got a challenge coming my way. And Bernie, wasn't that great? We got to work out and do that breathing motto with your dad in the studio. I thought that was something special. When your dad gets home, you give him a great big bear hug and show him how strong you got from the workout today. So what's
Nick
the
wants to
challenge?
know, can he come to the studio on Wednesday?
Yes. Absolutely. Is that the challenge? That's not the challenge. What's
No,
the
No,
challenge?
that's not the
Yeah.
challenge. That was a question.
That was a question.
I want to come to the challenge, but I want
You want me to think of the challenge?
no, I was saying I want to come to the studio, but Chris
Oh,
I
has
want
to
you to
be
come
there.
to the studio too.
Oh,
And Chris has to be there.
San Marcos Arc of San Diego. That's where we
I
are.
think Chris is coming next week.
Well, we don't
If
know.
Chris is here next week, maybe we can get you here
Probably.
too. So what's the challenge gonna be?
Hey Nick, do you have a challenge for Coach John?
Uh-oh. Pool noodle
We have a
challenge?
minute left.
Hey.
Pool noodle challenge?
Let me unmute Nick. Let's see. Let's not use the noodle.
They do 35 station by the door.
Bicycle?
Wait. Did you say bicep curls?
Yeah,
70.
curls?
Did you say 75?
yeah,
75 bicep curls?
yeah.
With what?
With weight or
the
no
weight.
weight?
With the weight?
Yeah,
The yoga roll?
yeah,
All right. Up and down 75 times?
yeah.
All right, you ready?
Then you want to
Crazy.
count?
Here we go, everybody. I'll count it
That
out.
was a challenge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59,
Ah,
60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75.
nice. And I'll tell y'all what,
And we're
With
just
even-
at 2 o'clock too.
even just that yoga roll, I can feel that in my arms. Let's get Carla back up on here for that breathing motto, and we'll take it away. 75 bicep curls, doing that with anything is going to feel good. All right, Carla, ready for the breathing motto?
Yes.
Do it.
I teach the bit amount for my nephews over there. I teach them how to do it.
International breathing motto. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Breathe good. Breathe the back. Breathe is sad.
Happy.
Being happy. Sorry, I'm still being happy. It's not jet lag. Sorry.
That's okay.
Being happy. Being the sad. Being your best. Being the worst. Being the power. So use girls first.
Nice job.
Sorry,
Reach
I'm
those
still jet
goals.
lag.
That's all right. That make that one of your goals to get some rest, drink some water, and be here on Wednesday for 11
I'll be
o'clock
there
workout.
Wednesday.
Great job, everybody.
Thank
Great
you.
job to
See you
everyone on
Wednesday.
YouTube. Make sure you're liking and subscribing on